What's cracking, guys? Omar Isaf here, back with another video. In this video today, I'm going to explain my plan of attack in order to get a 2 times body weight bench press. This has been a huge goal of mine, something that I feel in 2017 I'm capable of getting. Before I go on, I kind of want to explain something, just because I know a lot of people, they're like, wait a second bro, you're just talking about weightlifting, now you're talking about the bench press, what's going on? And the truth is that this is in no way, shape, or form going to interfere with my weightlifting. The reason behind that is that this peaking program that I'm running, Kaizen training that I developed myself, Silent Mike and Bart Kwon, it's only 12 weeks. I'm already on week 6. I'm already halfway through. But to explain this, the weightlifting that I do takes about at least 8 hours per week. That's not including accessory work, things like the squats, but just practicing the snatch, clean and jerk, and the variations of those takes me about 8 hours per week. So that's the majority of my time. This bench peaking program, while it is 3 times per week, it is relatively low volume, relatively, once again, low intensity for the most part. It only takes you maybe 30 to 40 minutes. So in totality, it's about 4 or 5% of my training volume for the week. So nothing huge whatsoever. So first, it doesn't take a lot of time. The second thing too, when it comes to mobility, a lot of times why weightlifters don't recommend the bench press is because it makes your pec tight, pec minor, and that interferes with your internal, external shoulder rotation. For myself, that's not an issue whatsoever. The big issue for me getting down to that bottom position of the snatch is actually all my hip mobility. It's all about that hip mobility, the glutes. They just don't work. They kind of get jacked up. That's why the clean, no problem whatsoever. Same idea with the jerk, but getting into that bottom position of the snatch, my overhead position is fine, but the hips just need a lot of work. So that mobility potential issue is a non-issue for me. Lastly, I already ran this by the coach, the Koth himself, Clarence Kennedy, and he has his approval, so I am more than excited to do this. Once again, benching 3 times per week, but I'm going to explain my plan of attack and how this is relevant for a lot of people out there that just want to hit PRs. Before I go on, like I said before, guys, the program I'm running is the 12-week Kaizen training program that we developed myself, Silent Mike, Bart Kwon. It's available at the website. It's $10. It's a phenomenal program. A lot of people have just been posting the results, their PRs. It's something, again, that I've wanted for a long time, a 2 times bodyweight bench. Now's the time to get that PR. Let me explain how you go about setting a PR on a goal that you have. Before I go on, I just really want to reiterate that there's nothing fancy, there's no gimmicks behind this programming I'm about to explain. Oftentimes people are looking for that kind of new twist on something, some fancy word. I know a few years ago everybody was talking about undulating periodization, or DUP, daily undulating periodization, but these are kind of just fancy terms of managing volume and intensity. And when it comes to this peaking program, the key factors are: 1, the frequency, in order to get that neurological efficiency. So benching 3 times per week, because I've been rusty. I've been only benching 1 time per week for the last year and a half, so I got to up that volume in order to get that neurological efficiency. Once again, get a lot of that practice under the bar. It's not about gimmicks, it's about doing what works, and again, I can't stress that enough. So this program, or how you go about hitting a PR in a particular lift, you want to specialize. So usually it takes anywhere between 6 to 12 weeks. I'm using the 12-week peaking program because I need more time under the bar doing the bench press to regroove that pattern, relearn that motor pattern, grease the groove of a Pavel Tsatsouline would say. But anyways, I'm doing it 3 times per week. Higher frequency is a smart approach. When you want to become proficient at a lift, you want to wire in that pattern. So frequency is key. And the other big key for this program throughout the 12 weeks is staying within relatively light percentages. The majority of the program is trained between 60 to 80% of your 1 rep max. And that is because the speed of the bar is crucial. You don't want any grinding reps. You want to reinforce power. Measuring bar velocity is actually really important. You don't want grinding reps. The number one mistake I see with individuals, in particular for the bench press, they go too heavy too often. So if you notice this program, if we use my 1 rep max currently, or we estimated what it was before 2 years ago, 350 pounds, we're using, once again, loads that are usually between 60 to 70, 75%, and then it goes up to 80, 85% as we reach near the end and we need a peak. But the point remains, this is light loads, not a lot of reps. You want to focus on good, clean technique, doing hundreds of good repetitions in that lighter percentage range. And once you grease that groove, you could gradually build up that good technique, that good volume, that neurological efficiency, and then eventually peak throughout the last 4 weeks. So that is exactly what I plan on doing. I'm getting this volume. I already feel a lot stronger because now I'm benching 3 times per week. A fun little aside, when I hit that 350, my bench actually wasn't going that well at that time, just because, I don't know if you guys remember 2014, I was doing the low bar squat, I had some shoulder issues, I was actually only benching 1 time per week. If we compare that to my 335 bench press PR, there's a lot faster speed with that 335. That's because I was benching 3 times per week, I was greasing that groove. If we look at relative percentages, the bar was just moving faster. So we got a need for speed around here. We want the bar to be moving. I can't stress that enough. So we go for higher frequency, we go for good quality, clean repetitions, and then we go for speed with the bar, being as explosive as possible. You combine all that with the sound, linear peaking program, doing the right accessory work. For me, that Spoto press, which is why we included it, is just a sound movement in order to make sure that you're tight at that bottom position just before the bar touches your chest. You combine all those things, you do it over 12 weeks, you will be able to hit a PR. And these are really the essentials when it comes to getting stronger. Again, there's nothing fancy, guys. There's just what works. This is a huge goal of mine. 2 times body weight on the bench press. It's going down. I weigh right now 177, 178, so I'll be in 6 weeks like 180, no problem whatsoever. I'll be updating you guys on that lean mass phase. I'm excited about that. I just wanted to make this video kind of how to work things together, combine different goals. Like I said, weightlifting is the top priority. This is in no way, shape, or form going to affect that. Right now, I need to build up that technical skill, so clearance is giving me relatively light loads, which allows me now the flexibility currently to try and go for this bench press PR, which will happen 360 pounds. Anyways, guys, I just wanted to make this video, update you on training, on a little bit of training methodology, philosophy, how it works, how you guys can apply it to yourself. You want speed on the bar, you want to train usually in lighter percentages, 60 to 85%, and frequency is key if you want to become better at a particular lift. I'm out. Thank you so much for watching the video. If you liked the video, like the damn video, check out all our programs. We have a lot of different programs at kaizentraining.com if you want to take it to the next level, your training. And like the damn video if you want to see me perhaps make a full video on my entire training split to give you guys context and maybe inform you guys on how I plan on doing my training this year. Anyways, I'll see all you guys, my rascals, in that next video. Peace!